Hello, Duval County, and welcome to what has become my favorite time each month.
That is absolutely right. He's talking about good news in schools. By the way, that's Matt.
And that's Vicky. This month, we've got a ton of great stories to share with you, starting with a story worthy of a crown.
That's a pretty good way of putting it. It's over at Abess Park Elementary School. That's where students got a visit from this year's Miss Jacksonville Teen USA, Jessica Brinson. Now, this visit wasn't about the glitz and glamour of pageants. She spoke to students as part of the school's Red Ribbon Week, and she came with an anti-bullying message. After all, October is Bullying Prevention Month. Believe it or not, this Terry Parker Jr. says she was bullied when she was much younger, but she learned to speak up. Now she uses her crown to empower other students. She hopes they can learn a simple lesson: to be kind to others.
When I was bullied, that was the lowest point in my life. But like I said, I was able to stand up for myself verbally and I overcame it. And so I'm just here to tell kids that if they are being bullied, they can definitely overcome it. And they just have to use that experience to empower them to just be an even better person.
You can tell by the way these students reacted, they loved Brinson and they loved her message. By the way, they also heard from a police officer and took a pledge to live a healthy, drug-free life. What a powerful event.
But you know, Vicky, this isn't the only school in the district with a special visitor. These students met a state lawmaker and got a hands-on lesson in politics. District 9 Senator Audrey Gibson made a special trip to Sandalwood High School and walked students through an exercise on how a bill becomes a law. In fact, these American government students became representatives and senators for the morning and were asked to come up with some of their own laws, like what should be the legal driving age for a teenager? Should teenagers have curfews? And should young drivers be allowed to have passengers in their cars? Sounds like some tough ones.
I love to engage our young people in the process and try to put it on an everyday level so they can understand what goes on in Tallahassee. And hopefully they will also be interested in running for office.
I doubt these students will ever forget that lesson. What a great way to learn.
Yeah, Matt, but you know what else is unforgettable? Being surprised with over $1,500 worth of free school supplies.
Wow. We appreciate everything you do. Oh my goodness.
This gift comes thanks to Office Max and their annual A Day Made Better campaign. Christina Main of Windy Hill Elementary School was the recipient of 2 big boxes full of goodies. Let's take a look at what she got. Wait a minute, is that a digital camera? A Kindle Fire? Loads of supplies? So I bet you're wondering, how did she score such a generous gift? Well, look no further than her principal, Calvin Redditt.
I nominated Miss Main because she's simply a phenomenal teacher. At the end of the school year, and at a time when I really needed teachers to step up, she came to me and she volunteered to loop with her class from 2nd grade to 3rd grade so that she could continue the success with the class.
We spend a lot of money out of our own pockets trying to purchase the things that we need for the students to be successful. So anytime that we get a donation like this, it's a huge help.
What a well-deserved gift. Congratulations.
Our next story involves 2 board members and 2 schools. First up is Chaffee Trail Elementary. That's where Board Vice Chair Becky Couch held a District 6 Town Hall meeting. Dr. Nikolai Vitti helped Board Member Couch talk to parents and students about school grades and Common Core. Gretchen Lynch, president of the Duval County Council of PTAs, was also on hand to answer questions. Looks like a pretty good crowd. Over at Mandarin High School, District 7 Board Member Jason Fisher also held a town hall meeting. Fisher led a discussion about the budget and answered questions related to the schools in Mandarin's feeder pattern. Sounds pretty informative. Well, Vicky, it looks like we're on to our final story.
And Matt, this involves a special tribute to Lisa Wells, a woman who spent 30 years serving Duval students. The former reading coach, district literacy specialist, and teacher was honored in this year's Read for the Record campaign, an effort she led for several years before passing away in May. Students and teachers at her last school, Pickett Elementary, held a special event in her name. Guest reader Rachel Vitti read to kindergarten students in a garden dedicated to Wells and continued in her legacy of sharing the love of reading. This year's Read for the Record book was Otis, and if you look closely, you can see the special dedication on the book. Rachel Vitti, an educator and wife of Dr. Nikolai Vitti, says she was honored to take part in the special event.
I learned that she was a true literacy advocate in this community and helped a lot of people and touched a lot of hearts. And I'm honored to come and represent her and be part of the larger scheme of Pickett Elementary and just Duval County literacy in general.
What a moving tribute for a wonderful woman.
Vicki, I couldn't agree more. Well, that's it for this edition of Good News in Schools. And remember, the good news doesn't have to stop here. Check out our next episode of Real School. It premieres Sunday, November 3rd at 10 a.m. on WJCT.
And you can always check out our latest videos and podcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search Duval Schools.
From all of us, thanks for watching
And have a great day.